So I want to talk a little bit about having nucs, you know, as a resource in your bee yards. I have one or two in every one of my bee yards, and it's a great resource even for a beekeeper who only has two or three hives, because they're so useful to help you with being able to help out a weak hive, to have a spare queen, and to build comb, to build frames that you can use when you need empty frames of drawn out comb, because your queen needs room to lay. So there's lots of uses for them. I treat it just like another hive. I inspect it every week, and I run double deep nucs, so there's 5 frames in the top, 5 in the bottom. I pretty much feed all year round, except I'm not feeding right now because there's a big flow on and they just fill up with honey. We basically keep it weak, so we're taking brood away from it, because a good queen can do 1,500 a day or more even, but yeah, this is empty. So she can fill this up and they'll want to swarm right away, so we continuously take brood from it and use it, put it in other weaker hives, so it keeps it weak. So I'm going to go through this, and it's always the first inspection I do is my nucs, because I want to see what I have for resources to use when I get into another hive that I find is weak or could use a little extra brood. Sometimes I'm able to steal 2 frames of brood from a nuc, and 2 deeps. Why can't I pull this out? 2 deeps can be 6,000 bees. I mean, 1 deep can be 6,000 bees, so 2 deeps. Look at all the honey, and that's without feeding them. 2 deeps can be 12,000 bees you can add to a weak hive. Lots of larvae. Hey, is this yours, or I'm just at an angle? Lean that over here. And when you think a brand new package of bees is only about 9,000, so think how much of a aid that is if you can add, you know, 12,000 bees to a struggling hive that's all going to emerge quickly. This is capped brood, but see how light and yellow it is? This isn't. This is probably only 12 days or something. It's not very old capped, and then there's large larvae near it. So I'd be more apt to add brood that's a darker cap, usually older. I got small larvae. I could have a queen on this one. This queen's not marked. If I find a frame in this hive that's just honey and no brood, I'm going to pull it. Now I can't take it for honey because it's probably sugar water honey, but I'll let the bees eat it, or I'll spin it out, and then I have a built-out frame like this one I could almost take, and that's a great frame to give to a queen that's getting honey bound, doesn't have room to lay. And then I'll put in an empty frame so that they can just start building comb for me. I'm never worried about actually going to get honey from a nuc. That's not the purpose. A little bit of brood mixed in there, but that's mostly honey and pollen. And yeah, a couple capped. Now I'm not sure, I think I robbed from this last week a frame. Somebody didn't push the frames together so well last time. Now when I add the brood, I usually just add just the frame of brood, not the bees. I'll shake the bees back into the nuc and just take the frame of brood with me. There's all kinds of eggs. It's gonna be on this one. I think this is the frame I put in last week. That was totally brand new. There's the queen. I would have bet she was on this one. She's on the next one. See this frame? That's a lot of bees getting ready to emerge. See how dark the cap is compared to those lighter ones I showed earlier. So you can tell that's older brood, closer to your 21 days. And so I'm going to take this frame and I'm going to use it for another, to put it into one of my hives that I'm looking to get honey from, because this will emerge quickly and hopefully emerge. It's going to kind of miss this flow, but we still got goldenrod and knotweed coming up, pepper bushes right now. So that one's going to go with me. This one I'll leave there. So what I'll do is put this one here. I'm going to dance for my queen again. I don't think she'd be on this one. So that's going to go into a hive where those bees will make more of a difference. And I'll check out these hives. I already have a feeling which one I'm going to put it in, because this is probably my weakest one. But I'll take a look at things and decide what I think needs it the most. Which one was that? This is that fat honey one, but it's got some brood on it, so I can't really take it. And I'll put this back together, and I'll put an empty frame for them to build out, and that way they're constantly making me more comb, because it's always useful next year for splits, for making nucs, or for just giving your queen room to lay. So if you got 2 or 3 hives, it's always worth it to get one of these going, and it helps you out.